My good fellow, said Praiseworthy, can you direct me to the captain? The sailor looked up with a curious squint, and the ring in his ear did a jig. The bull of the seas? Aye, mates. He lifted a wet thumb as a pointer. Up there. Up there they went, climbing another ladder, another deck, and now Jack was sure the captain would have them walking the plank, at the very least. Wild bull of the seas, but Praiseworthy was a match for anyone, he told himself, and tried to keep a straight and firm jaw. They entered the main saloon, where shivering passengers were swarming like bees around two pot-bellied stoves. Everyone seemed to be talking at once, and saying the same thing. You've been hogging that stove long enough. I got here first. Let me in, partner. Jack saw men of every description and some who defied description. There were lanky farm boys in rough boots and dandies in tight pantaloons. There were Yankees in beaver hats and Southerners in planters' hats. There were tradesmen and politicians, Frenchmen and Dutchmen, fat men and thin ones, gentlemen and scoundrels, with not a woman among them. They were bound for the goldfields, which was no place for women and children. Give me a turn at that stove, gents. Stop pushing, sir. Praiseworthy tapped the nearest gold seeker on the shoulder, a frock-coated man with a sword cane, and inquired, Can you direct me to the captain, sir? The man lifted his sword and cane and pointed. Up there, he snapped and returned to the fray. In due time, after climbing another ladder, the two stowaways found the captain in his cabin, with the door banging open and shut with the roll of the ship. He had just come in from the deck, and his wet oilskin lay in the heat. The wild bull of the seas, his legs apart, stood bent over a long table. He was carrying to thaw ice in his curly black whiskers over a lighted candle. Well, don't just stand there, inviting in the weather, he said in a voice like the roar of a cannon. Come in. The butler shut the door, only to have it fly open again. Praiseworthy at your service, sir, he said, and this young gentleman is Master Jack Flagg of Boston, who seeks his fortune in the goldfields. Bah, the ship captain's master, whose name was Joshua Swain, hardly bothered to look. It was hard to tell whether he was a good man in bad temper or a bad man in good temper. He had a plump nose and wore a long blue coat with a row of brass buttons the size of gold pieces.